G'day with the traders. I'm Roy. I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
I'm coach of the Warn Dogs. Very excited.
And Calvin.
He's excited. I'm coaching Calvin. It is Christmas time, an early Christmas present, boys. AFL Fantasy is live for 2021.
Gee, that's early.
Remember before it's been opened in December, a few days before Christmas. We're on holidays. I know what I'm going to be doing over the next few days.
I reckon.
And days and months and weeks and all of that. Up until our lockout. I think it's about 80 odd days until our first lockout. But anyway, boys.
The countdown time
is there. You can sign up now at fantasy.afl.com.au and... let's have a look here. So, if you signed up previously, you can basically sign in with your old rego, or you can go and do the whole signing up, but we won't go through that process because we're pretty good. Mine's going to load.
Good to see Neil on the front too this year.
It is.
Yeah.
Credit where credit is due.
Right, we're here.
They both deserve
there's
it.
a blank Warn Dogs, which is probably the best it'll look
That
for
is
a little
the best
while,
it'll
I reckon.
look, dog.
But anyway, I can start picking my team. If I want Max gone, I can just add him in there.
Big Maxi, most
is.
expensive.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
944k. I tell you what,
That's
just
a lot.
quietly, these prices are big. So
They're big, aren't they?
They are big. As this little pop-up says down the bottom here too, the average has been put in there as the adjusted average that we'll talk about a fair bit. So times by 1.25. I think there was a song about that.
There
on the
was. It was
podcast.
a classic.
A great song.
One stage. But yeah, you can check out those and see all the stats there under the stats center. Who do you want in your team, Cal?
Chuck me a
Who do you
little
want?
bit of
Rory
Sloan.
You've been excited
yes,
about him.
I've been
There
excited
he
about
is.
him. Cheapest
You are
chips.
going to need a few bargains this year.
Too right.
Because they're big price tags.
They are.
Roy,
Very
can
big
I
price
guess
tag.
this before?
Go on.
Zach Williams.
Zachy boy.
There he is.
Look at him.
All right.
Should have been your first picked.
So, Fantasy Classic, like we've probably all played a little bit before in the past, I think we should all, we know what we're doing with that one there. Just a hot tip, the app will be ready in January, I believe, later in January, so you can be using this on the desktop site now at fantasy.afl.com.au, which does work on your phone. So point your phone browser there and you can still do all the things that you need to. So, classic. I don't think we need to say too much more about that, apart from the fact that we've got to do a fair bit of work with our budget.
$13 million salary cap, same as last year.
Right,
so.
let's click on draft, because this is where everything is super exciting.
This is big, actually.
Now, I'll go to...
Real big.
I've actually regenerated our Bacon Cup League. But what I've also done, gentlemen, we've got settings and we can adjust things a bit more than what we have done in the past. So we've got a lot of exciting stuff here with our league settings. Let's walk through them and check these out, especially some of the new ones. So the basic settings there, we've got our league name, Bacon Cup 2020. Actually, let's call that 2021.
Great adjustment.
Yeah, good move,
done.
dog. Great
All
start.
right. So, private league, we're going to do a live draft because we'll do that in March at some stage. Now, the season. Let's look at this. This year, in 2020, we had 14 in our league, and we started round 2, but I reckon we start round 1, surely. Yep. Play each other flexible because we just play each other as many times before finals. We always turn our buys off because you don't like playing draft through buys.
Nah,
we don't anyway.
We hate the buys.
This is always a contentious one. Percentage or points for?
Percentage.
Calvin, you're the
Come on,
commissioner now.
Cal.
Yeah,
Points for.
You're percentage,
I'm
man.
percentage. I'm
You're
old
in
school.
the absolute minority with that.
I'm with you, Cal.
Yeah.
In draft, we don't mind a rolling lockout, but this is new, a Saturday lockout. So it can be locked out at the first game on a Saturday.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
it gives you that bit of extra there. Moving into the finals format, we'll have a top 8 for our 14.
Gives you a
That'll work.
chance. That's
you can also choose when your finals will start. So we might say, count them back. We want to go back 4 weeks. So round 20 would start. But if you wanted to start a bit earlier because you're like, round 23, we don't like that in our league because teams rest.
Can
or
be a
whatever.
write-off, yeah.
We can do that. And then your final lengths, obviously we want the 4 weeks because we want to do that with our 4-week finals.
Yep, yep.
So that's
all
all good
good to
there.
me.
The next setting we'll look at is in the draft. Pretty simple, 60-second picks we'll have, okay, and we'll also look at when it is. We're not going to have it in February 11, but I assume that's when you can start doing your drafts.
Yep.
Snake or linear picks from there. Now the lineup, this is exciting. You can fully customise and adjust your league
This
as
is
you
awesome.
want. So simple. Enable captains. Well, yes, Calvin.
Yes, captains
You want
on.
captains.
You sure do.
Makes you relevant. And also, then our positions, defenders, you can have 1 to 9 of them.
Wow.
Fully
1 to 9
customised.
midfielders. Rucks, the same. God, imagine having 9 rucks in your league. And forwards the same. And in the interchange, you can have up to 9. So you can make that what you want. If you feel like your defenders, you need fewer defenders compared to your forwards, stuff like that. You can actually do a little bit of thinking around that too at the time. So that's something that I know we probably will have a little bit of a fiddle with and work that out, because we've always traditionally gone the 3-4-1-4 and then 4 on the bench. I think a couple more on the bench would actually nearly be a good thing to be able to work with. I don't know. You're the commissioner now, Cal.
I know. No, you're adjusting it.
Massive calls. What a year for you to be making
Cal,
the calls.
you are the commissioner of this league, so you're going to make these calls, but I'm worried about other things you could do. Have your emergencies on. How many emergencies you have, 1 to 4, but this is another new cool thing. So, the emergency time on ground threshold. So, if a player is injured or doesn't play a certain percentage time on ground, then your emergency can replace them. So, you can have basically in increments of 5%. If someone plays fewer than 5% of the game, well, then you can have your emergency on. What do you reckon's a good number?
0 from me. I love that it's there. I love that it's there, but I would never touch
20% isn't a bad one, because draft leagues you can be shafted in. That's the biggest thing. You like watching the world burn, though, destroyed.
I do, if it's not me.
As commissioner, this year, Warren, it will be at 25%.
25?
Yep, just because I don't want to go with what you said.
Okay. Now, the restricted free agents and trades, that's all pretty much as it has been. But the scoring, here's another new thing.
I know.
I love this part of it.
So our traditional scoring, kicks are 3, handballs 2. You can still have that. And it'll be the same in Classic. So if you are playing Classic, that hasn't changed. You don't.
It's age old in Classic. You wouldn't touch a thing. But in draft...
Yes.
So you can change them. You could make your kick -10. I don't know why you do that. But you can have all the way up to 20 points for any of these categories. So our normal group of these, you can change them from -10 to 20. So, like, if you think, for example, key forwards don't get much of a run in fantasy.
Yep.
Make those goals worth 10 points.
Wow.
You could do that. But then there's all these added categories. Goal assists are there, Calvinator.
Yeah.
Who's that bring in? Someone like
Stevie Johnson back in the day.
Well, it does
where
bring
your head
in
is.
those Cats forwards. They do.
Tom
they
Hawkins
give up.
loves to palm them off.
Eddie
He
Betts,
does.
he gives up. It makes him relevant.
Instead of having kicks and kicks and handballs, you could go straight up there for disposals. So it doesn't matter if they're handball happy and they get fewer points because of that. You can just make it straight up disposals. Effective disposals for those people that like to make things. Oh, we've got to reward the good players, like some people think. Have a crack with.
I don't want to see no negatives.
Well, you could go negatives for ineffective disposals.
No. Make it all positive.
Okay.
Give him a point.
Our league will.
Yeah.
We won't give anything up for a free kick, will we?
Exactly.
No, unless they're having a crack.
That's a positive if you give away a free kick.
Get one.
Yep.
We'll give them one for it. What
I'm
I
going to
like
have
is...
a rebel league, I think, if you're in charge of the scoring system.
I like spoils. You can make Harris Andrews
relevant
up there as like almost one of the best players in the comp.
Yep.
What do you have? 9 a game?
9 a game.
Bang.
10
what are they
points.
worth? 10,
10
90?
Now. There he is. Draftable. Get him in.
This is epic.
This is a can of worms that I think
Contested.
that we may not want. All right,
Contested marks. Levi Casbolt.
Yeah.
Get out. Rightio.
Top 10
Lots of other
pick.
ones. I do love spoils because that's always been talked about that people would like there. But anyway, you can do a little bit of work with that.
I really love that section.
And finally,
Gotta admit
Keeper League. You can enable a keeper league. Now, there's not a lot of settings or anything for this as yet, but you can make your league a keeper league. You will actually have that option later on as well to be able to change it into that. So you can go into your league knowing that you can draft as a keeper league, and
that's
that
pretty
will be
cool.
Pretty sweet for
Very
a
popular.
lot of
Very popular.
People are going to
So
love
we've
it.
listened, or Fantasy HQ have listened to the fans and all the
Warnie ticked it off.
Yep.
Thanks, Warnie.
Well done,
That's
Warnie.
how it works.
On behalf of everyone. Thanks.
That is Fantasy 2021. Whoa. It is live. It is open. Head to fantasy.afl.com.au. Start picking your classic side. Start getting your draft leagues organised. You can still play stock standard draft leagues, or you can go
creative.
Frankenstein like Galvinator here and turn it into something crazy. And we want to hear about your scoring systems, see what you've got as well.
Yep.
So hit us all up on socials at AFL Fantasy on Twitter and facebook.com/AFL Fantasy Official. We've got plenty going on there. Plenty of stuff to come this preseason. We've already started working hard, boys.
We have.
Good luck. Have a great preseason. Only 80 odd days until lockout.
Get into it.
Hey!